I have a reader who has given me a very thoughtful response about trans athletes in women's sports. And he says, I wish you, Mark, could begin a spot for trans men to play sports without violating the integrity of female athletes. And I have a place. It's called the Men's League, because that is exactly what trans men are. There is no such thing as transgender. Okay, it is a made up concept that somebody can change her sex to become a male or his sex to become a female just because he thinks about it. Yeah. This is a political tool by some manipulators, and unfortunately, it sucks in a lot of people who, for faddish reasons, for emotional reasons, comfort, they feel more than they think through things. Well, when we think through things and realize that there is no such thing as a switch, it's never happened, it never will. And the manipulators know this. And we are not going to be falsifying truths, changing around our whole society because of some manipulators trying to gain more power because of it. Our compassion can and should rest with women who have a proper category for competition, ones where they can thrive without feeling that they're being leered at in locker rooms, that they're competing in an impossible task to be excelling against someone with more testosterone, someone with almost certainly more strength, usually more body size in athletic events. Okay, it is worse than allowing 25-year-olds to compete in under 12 competitions. Okay, we don't allow that. We know it's ludicrous, but that actually has at least a semblance where maturity might have some element of fluidity, and the 12-year-old might actually be as well formed as the 25-year-old. Not so with males and females. Their bodies are different. Their internal makeups, mindsets, and chemicals differ, and the sexes deserve to stay different. Let trans people stay male and hopefully relish the goodness of the way they were born. That's what we should be uplifting. Every one of us has, at times, a setback. Every one of us has aspirations that we can't accomplish, but we live with them. I would like to fly, like to soar, like an eagle. But we don't want somebody saying to the next person who thinks he could fly, well, come up to this 20-story building, leap, spread your wings, be free, be fulfilled, and end up dead 20 stories on the concrete below. We don't do this, and we shouldn't be encouraging falsities, especially ones to children who can be harmed by them. Now, what to do about even adults who might be misled? Okay, they are minors. That's a different category. Those of majority, this is the conservative in me, believe we have an obligation to rein in what we know is bad for others. Just as we would pull somebody off the bridge who's about to jump to his death. Okay, that is compassion. That is what humans are, I think, compelled to do. Well, a transgender person who is acting on it is on an almost sure route to less happiness. Could it result in death? Yeah, more frequently than any other group. That's what the suicide attempt rate for trans is. Higher than anything we've ever seen. That includes Jews in concentration camps in Nazi Germany. They didn't off themselves at a rate that trans people in modern America are attempting to do. We need sanity. As far as athletes, they need spaces where they can flourish, which have been set up by Title IX for 50 years. Don't mess with it. I'm Mark Stewart.